If we consider the formation of an ester molecule, then the reaction looks like this, where a carboxylic acid reacts with an alcohol molecule, and thereby the corresponding ester is generated in the reaction medium, along with the formation of a water molecule. Since this reaction involves an equilibrium situation, the forward step of this equilibrium is actually called the esterification, since the ester is actually forming in the forward step, and the backward step is actually called the hydrolysis. And today we are going to discuss about the mechanisms, different types of mechanisms of this hydrolysis step. So as you can see, for hydrolysis to take place, this water molecule must react with the ester molecule, and then it will eventually provide the corresponding starting materials, which are the carboxylic acid and the alcohol molecule. So if you look at the ester molecule itself, then due to the presence of this kind of conjugation within the ester functional group, this carbon center is actually very less electrophilic in nature. And that's why we need an activator which will activate this particular carbonyl group of the ester molecule. And this is actually achieved via performing the hydrolysis reaction in either acidic medium or in basic medium. So in acidic hydrolysis, the catalyst is actually the H plus of a mineral acid like HCl or H2SO4. And in basic hydrolysis, the base OH minus is actually the reagent which attacks the ester molecule and thereby converts it into the corresponding carboxylate anion and the alcohol molecule. So in acidic condition, the H plus plays the role of a catalyst, but OH minus did not play the role of a catalyst, rather it behaves as a reagent. So now let us quickly look what will be the situation of the ester molecule in acidic condition. So as we can clearly guess what will happen, either of these two oxygen will be protonated by the H plus present in the reaction medium. So if this sp2 hybridized oxygen atom is protonated, then we will get this particular positively charged species which can be stabilized via this kind of conjugation. But if this particular oxygen was protonated, then there will be no such kind of stabilization, and that's why the protonation of sp2 hybridized oxygen atom always preferred over the sp3 hybridized oxygen atom, right? So after the protonation, as you can see, the carbon oxygen functional group is now activated within the ester molecule, and then the attack by the nucleophile will take place. So in this case, what is the nucleophile? Obviously the water molecule. So water will attack and then the reaction will proceed. We will discuss that in the mechanism section. And now let us quickly look at the situation in basic condition. So in basic condition, there is no activator that can activate this CO group of this ester molecule. So instead of activating this carbonyl group, we are actually using a strong nucleophile. So water is a very weak nucleophile, but OH minus is a very strong nucleophile since it is already negatively charged. And that's why we don't need any kind of activator to activate this carbon-oxygen double bond of the ester functional group, and OH minus will eventually attack this carbonyl group and the reaction will proceed. Okay, clear? And now let us quickly look which are the bonds of the ester molecule that can undergo cleavage and thereby produce the corresponding carboxylic acid and alcohol. So if we consider the ester molecule again, then this carbon-oxygen bond can break and thereby it can produce the corresponding carboxylic acid and the alcohol. And since this group is actually acyl group, and that's why this particular single bond between the carbon and this oxygen is called acyl oxygen bond. And in this pathway, what is happening, this acyl oxygen bond is actually breaking, and that's why this type of cleavage is called acyl oxygen cleavage or hydrolysis. Another mode is also possible. This time the hydrolytic cleavage will be occur in this particular carbon-oxygen single bond. And since this is basically an alkyl group and this particular single bond is, that's why called the alkyl oxygen single bond. And since after this carbon-oxygen bond cleavage we can get the corresponding carboxylic acid along with the formation of alcohol molecule, and that's why this type of pathway is actually called alkyl oxygen cleavage or hydrolysis. So there are two types of bond breaking can involve. One is acyl oxygen cleavage or acyl oxygen hydrolysis. Another is alkyl oxygen cleavage or alkyl oxygen hydrolysis. And based on these above facts, 8 types of mechanisms are there for ester hydrolysis. So let us quickly summarize these types of mechanisms and then we will discuss them one by one. Okay. So if we consider first the basic ester hydrolysis mechanisms, then there are 4 types of hydrolysis mechanisms. Number 1 is BAC2. So we will summarize them like this. Which type they are, their mechanism type, right? So BAC2, this B actually suggests for the basic hydrolysis. This AC stands for acyl oxygen cleavage, and this 2 actually stands for bimolecular nature of the reaction. That is, 2 molecules are involved in the rate determining step, and the mechanism for this reaction, for this type of hydrolysis reaction, is tetrahedral mechanism, which is also known as addition elimination mechanism. Okay. The next mechanism is BAC1. So here also the B and AC terms you know, and this 1 actually suggesting the unimolecularity of this reaction. And in this case the mechanism will be SN1. And there are other mechanism also. This is BAL2. So here this AL is actually suggesting alkyl oxygen cleavage. Okay, and the other terms are same. This B is for basic hydrolysis, and this 2 is actually the bimolecular nature of this reaction. And here the reaction will proceed via SN2 pathway. And the last one is BAL1, and it will proceed via SN1 mechanism. So these 4 types of mechanisms are present in case of basic ester hydrolysis. Now let us quickly consider the acid catalyzed mechanisms. The first will be AAC2. So here this A term is actually suggesting acidic hydrolysis or acid catalyzed hydrolysis, and the AC term is same, which is for the acyl oxygen cleavage, and this 2 is suggesting the bimolecular nature of this reaction. And the reaction mechanism proceeds via tetrahedral mechanism or addition elimination mechanism. The second category is AAC1, and the reaction proceeds via SN1 mechanism. The third category is AAL2. So here AL is suggesting the alkyl oxygen cleavage, and the mechanism will proceed via SN2 mechanism. And the last one is AAL1. This was 2 and this is 1, and the mechanism will obviously SN1. So these are the mechanisms, 8 types of mechanisms for ester hydrolysis. So now let us consider one by one.